Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome in to Raiders Game Day. Amber Theoharis along with James Jones and Eric Allen. Look, this is not the result that the Raiders wanted, but a lot to walk away from this loss with. A positive, Jarrett Stidham getting his very first start as they lose this one 37-34 to the San Francisco 49ers. But I think that is the lead storyline, is that a guy that had never started before in the NFL, in his fourth year in the NFL, comes in and puts up 500 yards of total offense against the #1 defense in the NFL. You're a defensive guy. You know, that's tough.
Wow, you know, that's all you wanted, really, is this team to have a chance in the fourth quarter to be in it and have an opportunity to pull it away. That defense over there, including the whole team, that's probably the best team right now in the NFC. And really put up an outstanding offensive performance against the 49ers. Possibly the defensive MVP of the league, was basically shut out until maybe like the last play. A lot to be happy about his first start and what this offense was able to do today.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. And the main thing you look for is him looking comfortable.
Yeah.
And he made it look easy. He looked like he was cool and calm, like, this is what I do. I don't know what all y'all worried about. I ain't worried.
He was settled in on the first drive with Davante Adams.
He settled in. He was making plays with his legs. He was making plays with his arm. But he looked comfortable. It did not look too big for him.
No.
And as a coach, as a teammate, as a quarterback, that breeds confidence right there. The young fella played well today.
Here's what's on tap here on Raiders Game Day. We're going to have full game highlights coming up, plus player and coach press conferences. James Jones is going to break down Jarrett Stidham's performance. And Eric Allen in his spotlight is going to talk about those Raiders defensive backs that came up with some big plays. And then, of course, looking forward to Monday night pick'em. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. But let's get it started at Allegiant Stadium. The Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. Jarrett Stidham in his first career start. And on his first offensive play of the game, he does this. Foster Moreau, 20-yard reception and a first down.
I absolutely love it, though. Your coach to come out and say, yeah, we got the best running back in the league right now, but we're going to come out and let you throw this thing. And he came out there and rewarded him.
Well, 2 plays later, they remember they have the best running back in the league. They give it to Josh Jacobs, 12 yards on the screen pass. Another first down. They're moving the chains. 3 plays later, 3rd and 2. Darren Waller in stride, 24 yards. They made it look easy. Off the play action pass for the touchdown. The Raiders lead 7-0 early in the game.
Just love the fact that they understand that no one can cover Darren Waller.
All right, here's the 49ers' first possession, and this man would hurt the Raiders all day long. Christian McCaffrey, 11-yard run. Later in the drive, McCaffrey again, 37 yards on this play. One of the best in the NFL right now. First down, 49ers. 2 plays later, 2nd and 2 from the 2, and it's Brandon Ayuk with the touchdown. 49ers tie the game just like that.
Push off there by the Sun Devil, but we have to figure out a way to stop those inside routes.
Yeah,
Raiders' next possession, we see a lot of this. The comfort level with Davante Adams, 27 yards, first down Raiders.
That's a big-time play. Pocket clean, excellent job by the offensive lineman. Tay going up, getting the ball. Big-time, explosive play, getting the Niners territory.
This drive ends in a Daniel Carlson field goal. So back-to-back opening drives. The Raiders put points on the board. 49ers haven't allowed that since 2021. Second quarter now, moving into the second quarter, and George Kittle, 6-yard reception. He's really benefited from Brock Purdy. They really have a relationship. He's had some big games over the past couple of weeks. 3rd and 6 now. Again, George Kittle drawing defensive pass interference on Trayvon Merrick, and first down, 49ers.
Yeah, we knew we'd see our safeties guarding George Kittle a lot today.
Yeah.
He just got caught in the holding right there. They tried to get him with a little double move at the top of the route. It gets you sometimes.
That gets the 49ers inside the red zone.
Tight ends are a position that has really hurt us basically all year this year, particularly with guys who can athletic, catch them on the back of the end zone.
Yep, heard him right there. Touchdown by George Kittle, and the 49ers take the lead 14-10.
Brock Purdy just looks so cool and calm out there to be a rookie, to step in and just be moving the ball the way he moved the ball. He played well today as well.
Josh Jacobs, 7-yard reception, first down Raiders, 2nd and 5. Hunter Renfrow, 12-yard reception. Nice to see him. First down Raiders, 3rd and 2 from the 49ers. Aiden Stidham. This was nice to see him scramble, getting the first down. 4 yards there, timeout called with 15 seconds now left in the half.
Those are the backbreakers for defenses. Everybody covered, and your quarterback gets outside the pocket.
That's a backbreaker right there.
That is a backbreaker.
But you don't do that if you don't scramble and get a first down. Now we kicking a field goal. Those plays like that extend drives, and then you get the toe dappity dap dap by Davante Adams dragging the Jordan shoe. Luckily, he got the patent leathers on so we can see.
Come on now.
The grass come
Hey, what you got on your feet? What you got on your feet?
I just got some regular black ones on my feet, but them right there.
Stidham, that's a great ball. That's a great ball, too.
The Raiders lead 17-14 at the half, coming out of the half. 49ers have the ball, and Christian McCaffrey gets hit. 1 yard loss. Roderick Teamer with the tackle for loss.
Yeah.
Our Raiders played ball today. I know it ain't no moral victories we expect to win every game, but they played ball today. Niners did not think they was going to be in an overtime dogfight with the Raiders, and the Raiders showed up and played ball.
This was a big play. Fred Warner called for the face mask penalty, 15 yards. It gives the Raiders a first down on a pivotal drive here.
Yeah, you on TV, Fred.
3 plays later, 3rd and 4. Stidham again with the legs, scrambles.
Eyes downfield.
Finds Davante Adams. He gone 60 yards. That is the longest touchdown of the season for the Raiders. Raiders lead 24-14. Take another look.
Now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, but this right here, number one, it's a big-time play. But look at how he stands in here to take this shot and deliver this ball to DA. Like that right there is going to get you the respect of your teammates.
Safeties, corners. Whenever Davante Adams is running in your area, just attach, please.
49ers next possession, Christian McCaffrey. 15-yard reception, first down, 49ers. He would have almost 200 yards from scrimmage today. 2 plays later, Juwan Jennings, 18-yard reception, 49ers now in the Raiders' territory at the 35-yard line. And 3 plays later, it's 1st and 10, and
there's that guy again.
There's that guy. You saw 23 a lot today in the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, Raiders' lead is now cut to 3.
Yeah, when healthy, it's difficult to be able to kind of really contain him. He's just so explosive, great runner. He's a lot like Josh.
Yeah, when healthy, he's arguably the best back in the National Football League because he can catch and run it.
Amik Robertson.
Oh, yeah. 2-1 in the house.
Comes up.
Letting you know.
Gets the interception. 2nd interception of his career and season for Amik Robertson.
Yep.
That's how you go high point the ball.
That's right.
George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the game.
Give me that.
Too. Give me the rock,
I think he said he was too small. I think.
Yeah. I would have did it.
Following the interception, the Raiders with the ball. Stidham, this was a tough one. It's batted down, and Drake Jackson, the rookie out of USC, comes down with the interception. It was Kerry Hyder with the tip. And Drake Jackson in the right place, and that was a tough one. But the Raiders defense holds the 49ers to a field goal. Robbie Gould makes the 43-yard field goal, which was big. The game is tied at 24. Then later in the 4th, Robbie Gould actually makes a field goal from 24 yards out, and the 49ers take the lead 27-24. So the Raiders' next possession, it is 1st and 10 on the 25. Stidham with an opportunity here. He finds Foster Moreau. Nice catch by Moreau for 21 yards for the reception. First down, Raiders. 2 plays later, Stidham again to Moreau. 14 yards, ball on the 49ers 39, but the offense stalls. They have to settle for a field goal, bring out Daniel Carlson, 57-yard attempt, bang.
There we go.
That should be 4
We got a tied game, 27 all here late in the 4th quarter. 49ers now with the ball.
Got to hold up.
Brandon Ayuk, 23-yard reception. He killed him on this drive. 2 plays later.
Wide open on these slants, and he walking though.
McCaffrey does what he does.
Mama, there go that man.
He's gone. 38 yards, runs over Amik Robertson. They finally bring him down. And on the very next play, it's 1st and 10 now from the 14. And it's the rookie.
That's a good run.
Jordan Mason, 14-yard touchdown run, and the 49ers take the lead 34-27 late in the game.
That's a good, hard, downhill mindset run right there for the rookie. Touchdown, right? That's what the Niners do. Ground and pound, wear and tear, 4th quarter. They slipping through some tackles.
Here we go.
Touchdown.
2:17 left. Your chance, Stidham. And woohoo!
I know him.
Davante Adams. There go that man. 1-7, 45 yards. Amazing throw, amazing catch.
You know, they say when you're struggling and you need something to go right for you, man, find 17 and he'll take you there.
Watch this
and
hole.
then, and
then Josh Jacobs just strolled right in there.
Still got his flags on. Touchdown.
Offensive line did a nice job, too, especially against Nick Bosa, but right there you see him just roll right in. So the Raiders tie the game at 34. Here we go. 49ers have the ball with 1:11 left in the game. Brock Purdy to Brandon Ayuk.
Inside routes.
Sets up a field goal attempt.
And we got him. We got him. We got it. Tips and overthrows.
That should be our ball right there.
That should have been it.
Man, the Sun Devils all over the place.
Kudos to Brandon Ayuk for heads-up play right here. Going up and attacking that ball. This should be our rock right here.
That's a missed opportunity there. Yes, so Robbie Gould.
Rare. He on our team.
Misses.
That's right.
Yeah, rare. He on our team.
Had a chance to end the game. Misses with 41-yard field goal. And
still in it.
49ers sideline is like, wait, what? I'm sorry, we gotta go to overtime? What you talking about?
I'll be excited. He missed it.
What you talking about? It's on my fourth start here. You send me to overtime. So Raiders win the toss. They get the ball. Stidham is smoked as he throws, and the ball is picked off. And Tashawn Gibson returns it inside the 10. And take another look, though. This was the one play Nick Bosa actually made because he gets smoked by his own lineman. Pushes Colton Miller into Jarrett Stidham and forces
had stacked the cornerback.
He
so he was going to be able to
at least step into that. He finna out-throw the safety, and DA gonna have a one-on-one opportunity for that ball. But you said it earlier, right, EA? Right? Defensive Player of the Year, up for Defensive Player of the Year. Nick Bosa made a play when he had to make a play.
Right.
And Robbie Gould gets another shot.
Two young quarterbacks, both have to tip your hat to the way both of them have played and their opportunities they've been given late in the season. So the Raiders lose this one 37-34. And you see here, Christian McCaffrey ran all over the Raiders, 170 yards on the ground. The Raiders actually won in the penalty department. San Francisco 49ers had some key penalties, including that Fred Warner face mask on third down defense.
Red zone.
50%. 50% on third down. Yeah, and then the red zone. Again,
best team in the NFC.
Just an opportunity to improve in the red zone against the Chiefs and then going forward into next year. But as I said, the lead story here is Jarrett Stidham. And it was a tumultuous week. You know, we hear that Derek Carr on Wednesday is no longer going to be the starting quarterback. He is benched. Enter Jarrett Stidham. And Josh McDaniels said this is an opportunity to evaluate a young quarterback that was a fourth-round pick from the Patriots. So Josh knows him going back. He learned under Tom Brady. And now he has an opportunity to get a start. And he didn't disappoint. I mean, 500 yards against the #1 defense. Will take it.
Yeah, coaching-wise, I think they put some things in the game plan that favored him, allowed him to be on the edge so you can really get an idea of, you can look at the defense vertically opposed to looking at the whole field. That gets him comfortable early so I can see, hey, if the middle guy is open, let me throw it. He's open. So now later in the game, I feel comfortable. I've hit some good throws, but his ability to do this right here, and Jay's going to talk about it later.
Most impressive.
That's what these young quarterbacks are all about now. We just really can't have a pocket guy unless you're Tom Brady. You have to be able to float, move in the pocket, extend plays, and be comfortable throwing the ball from different platforms. And he was able to do it today, over 300 yards of passing for Duke.
And the connection there with Davante Adams, it was impressive. It looked like they've been playing together a long time, and they hadn't. They didn't play together in the preseason.
Nope.
Nothing.
And it's crazy because I just looked at a little quote for Davante Adams after the game, and he said, a lot of people are surprised, but I'm not surprised. You know, I knew he was capable of doing this. I am extremely surprised at how poised he was and how easy he made the game look. We see a lot of young quarterbacks come into the league. We see a lot of young quarterbacks this year, right? And they get in there and they look like, what is going on? They look like the game is moving too fast. They just haven't caught up to the speed of the game. I know he's been in the league for it, but he has not played a lot of football. He stepped in today and made some plays, and he looked like a quarterback that you can build around and have some success with. So I'm proud of him.
And when he knew Nick Bosa was coming at him, and he stood in there and did what he did.
Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, all those dudes.
All those boys were coming. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back on Raiders Game Day, we're going to hear from Jarrett Stidham. He joins us live from Allegiant Stadium as the Raiders lose this one to the 49ers. Raiders Game Day is brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. And so the Raiders lose this one 37-34 to the San Francisco 49ers, but a strong performance in his first start by Jarrett Stidham. And he joins us now from Allegiant Stadium. And Jarrett, after the game, Coach McDaniel said that your best football is in front of you and you're going to get better by experience. What do you take away from this experience today?
You know, it was, obviously great to get out there and get the first start. This is probably the most fun I've ever had playing football was today with these guys. Obviously, couldn't pull it out there at the end. But I believe that this is a team headed in the right direction. A lot of great people in this organization, a lot of great players, in the locker room, and obviously getting the experience is great. Hats off to the 49ers. Their team as a whole, obviously, especially the defense, just tremendous football players, tremendous scheme, tremendous coaches. So it was good to get out there and take a swing at it, and just unfortunately, we just fell a little short at the end.
What's going on, my man? James Jones here. Just talk to us a little bit about the first start. You look comfortable. You was making plays with your legs. You was making the throws when they was there. I mean, off-schedule plays. You was making those as well, man. You look really comfortable. Just talk to us a little bit about the first start and how you felt.
I really felt great out there, and quite honestly, the guys, very supportive all week for me, and throughout the game in the huddle and so on and so forth. So, I was just trying to do my job for those guys, and try and set us up to make plays and move the ball down the field and ultimately win. But it was so much fun getting out there with those guys. But like I said, I got to do a couple more things to put us in a better position to win there at the end. So we're definitely going to learn from it and get back on the right track for this next week.
Jarrett, on your first start, usually you have an idea of what's going to happen in that first start. What surprised you out there today?
I think, I don't think they did anything, necessarily anything we weren't expecting or anything like that. We stuck to the game plan, and, obviously some things hit and obviously some things didn't. But, I think ultimately, we were playing, who we thought we were playing, and obviously a great defense. So, like I said, we'll take a look at it tomorrow and learn from it and get better.
Jared, 500 yards of total offense against the #1 defense in the NFL. That is something to be proud of. And I want you to talk a little bit about Colton Miller, who went up against Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa had zero tackles in this game. Talk about how your offensive line did against one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL. Absolutely.
I mean, obviously they have a great defensive front, but like I told those guys, last night, we got great players on our line too. So I thought they did a tremendous job. I definitely think there's some things I could have done to help those guys out a little more. But like I said, I mean, those guys, they fought their butts off, the entire day. Just being aggressive and doing, what we needed to do to put ourselves in a position to win. And like I said, it just fell a little short there at the end.
Talk to us a little bit about your playmakers, man. You really got them all involved today. Darren Waller had a good game. Hunter Renfrow had some solid catches. But Davante Adams, you just giving him some opportunities and him going up making some great plays. Just talk to us a little bit about DA and the playmakers on the football team.
Yeah, I mean, those guys make my job easy. My job is to facilitate the offense and get the ball in those guys' hands. And, I thought they did a tremendous job of getting open. Running good routes, catching the football, going up, making plays. I can't speak highly enough about, how our offensive line and our skill players played, the entire day.
You've been in the room with some outstanding football players, particularly at the quarterback position. Anything that you learned from them that you carried to this game?
Oh, man, it's hard to say one thing, but I mean, I've learned so much, in my 4 years in the NFL, and with Tom Brady, Brian Hoyer, Cam Newton, Derek Carr, Mac Jones last year. I mean, there's just the thing I love about being in a quarterback room is, we're all trying to help each other, at all times. And, I've definitely taken away some things, from each guy that I've been with, and, all the different coaches too. So it's, just very, very blessed to have this opportunity and to be in a great quarterback room this year.
Jarrett, how nice is it just to be able to turn around and hand the ball off to a guy like Josh Jacobs?
Oh, man, I mean, he's an incredible football player, leading the league in rushing for a reason. And, hats off to him and our offensive line. I mean, with those guys, I mean, they've just played so hard all year long and have really, we've found an identity of running the football with JJ, and, he's just an incredible person, incredible player. And, we couldn't do our jobs without those guys up front. So hats off to them as well.
Jarrett, congratulations on such a solid first start. A lot of good to take away from this game. You should be holding your head high, walking away from, I know it was a loss, but going into that Chiefs game.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
The connection with Davante Adams, I keep focusing on that because, look, Davante Adams comes here in the offseason. He comes to play with his college quarterback. Now Derek Carr's not here, and Jarrett Stidham comes in and really takes advantage of having one of the top receivers, one of the best route runners in the NFL at his disposal. Davante Adams had 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 11 targets in this game. What did you see from him, James?
And this is what screams best receiver in the National Football League, right? Because I've seen Davante Adams when Aaron Rodgers got hurt and Brett Hundley came in the game. And Davante Adams' play went up. And he made play after play after play for Brett Hundley. We've seen him with Derek Carr make play after play. And then the young fella, Stidham, comes in the game, and Davante Adams says, you know what, I got you. That's what the best receiver in the National Football League does. He makes the quarterback better with his separation and how he can get open, and then just throw the ball up to me and let me go be that guy to make those plays. It was fun to watch both of them get at it today, but D.A. just special, man.
And he made history.
Yeah, and those are the receipts, I think, when we talk about all those outstanding players, and you see some of those gap years, and because of the change in teams, the change in coaches, change in quarterback, and you see Davante, it's bam, 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 bam. So it really doesn't matter what the quarterback is, as long as the system is situated to where, listen, we're going to find a way to get this guy open. You have to find a way to stay alive enough to be able to deliver the ball to him, and he was able to do that today.
Yeah, so those are the players with at least 1,300 receiving yards and 10 touchdown receptions in 4 or more years.
You know what that equal, right?
They were all dogs.
You know what that equal, right?
I played against all those guys.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that equal what EA gonna have. A gold jacket.
Also want to mention that Davante Adams passed a Raider great, Hall of Famer Tim Brown today. Tim Brown held the record for the most amount of receiving yards in a season by a Raider at 1408. Well, Davante now has 1443, so he's number 1 in Raiders history.
They
so
about
a
to have
historic
15
day.
plus 100?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I see you, D.A.
With a whole new team, whole new offense, as
Yeah.
he said, those gaps
That's big
happen
time.
because of that transition.
Man, I'm glad I taught him what he knows.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Raiders Game Day.
Raider Nation, it's time to lace up your shoes and get ready to run like a Raider. The race kicks off Saturday, March 4th, 2023 at the doorsteps of Allegiant Stadium. And after you wrap up your 5K, you and your guests will have access to the field where you can take photos and create special memories. Head on over to Raiders.com/5K for more information.
So we continue to look back at the Raiders' loss to the 49ers, 37-34 at Allegiant Stadium. The Raiders now 6-10 on the season, but it's about the future.
Yep.
It is about evaluating the quarterbacks that they do have, and they got a good look at Jarrett Stidham today.
Rising star, Amber.
After
Rising
this
star.
game, 500 yards against the number 1 defense. Let's go over to James Jones for our offensive spotlight as he gives us more on Jarrett Stidham.
I appreciate y'all. Hey, we should be excited about this young fella. Stidham came in the game and he said, you know what? Y'all don't worry about it. I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to embrace my opportunity. And he balled. I just want to show y'all a couple plays, right? This is going to be problems for a lot of defenses when they have to play Stidham. The reason why, because he can make plays with his legs. As we run the tape right here, as we can see, nobody open. Right? Got a running back blocking a linebacker. He's beat. I'm going to step up in this pocket. My eyes are going to stay down the field. I'm going to pick up a first down with my legs. This is a backbreaker for defenses when everybody is covered. The quarterback steps up in the pocket. Look at his eyes. My eyes still down the field. I could look for somebody to throw the ball to, but I'm going to pick up this first down with my legs. Look at this right here. 3rd and 10. Right? Nobody open, everybody covered. Let me step up in the pocket and let me go try to get this first down. And I'm telling you right now, right here he was short, but this is just his first game. I promise you he going to watch this on tape and he going to say, you know what, if I would have just reached this ball out, that's a touchdown. But what did this do? It allowed Coach McDaniels to go for it on 4th. They didn't get it, but it allowed us to do that. And then right here, just look at the pocket awareness, right? I'm going to step up in the pocket. I'm getting grabbed. I see my guy Hollins out there, and I make a play getting him the ball, and it is a crucial first down. But this is true quarterback play right here. The young fella making something out of nothing, eyes down the field, big-time plays. And then this right here, this is just pure guts right here. I'm going to earn the respect of my teammate. Get outside the pocket, keep my eyes down the field, see Davante Adams come open, and I'm going to stand in this thing, knowing I'm going to take a hit and deliver this ball right here to DA for a touchdown. That is special quarterback play. I don't know what the future holds, but he just opened a lot of eyes in this organization that he might be that guy. Back to you, Amber.
Because some more experienced quarterbacks have gone up against the 49ers defense and haven't had the same kind of success. Today he completed 67% of his passes against the #1 defense. All the others that have faced them this year, 65, had more passing yards by nearly 150. Quarterback rating was 108. Think about that in your first start.
365.
365 net passing yards. That's the most that the Raiders have had all season, by the way. And then quarterback rating of 108. That is, anything over 100 is good.
Yeah,
first start against the #1 defense.
#1 defense.
Yep, and then
wow,
34 points they scored against the #1 defense. So like we said, there's a lot to hold your head high above. Now the challenge is going into the Chiefs game.
Yep.
There's some film out.
That's
you know,
right.
Steve Spagnuolo and them boys over there are going to know, hey,
get
he can
ready
run.
for the pressure.
We're going to take away that middle of the field and not let him run the way the 49ers
But that's what we love, though, because now once you start doing that, now, hey, certain guys start to pop open because you got to account for the quarterback running and using his legs. So,
and that's the chess match, guys. And you know that's the chess match. Next week on all the film, he's going to have to continue to show up with those legs.
All right, when we come back, it is a defensive spotlight. EA is going to break it down next. This segment has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in.
Josh, obviously you guys are ravaged with defensive injuries this time of the year. How hard was it, figuring out with all these new pieces where to put guys, and how do you assess the performance on that side of the ball overall today?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's, we all know there's a number of guys that are out at this point, but we had a week of practice. They had a week of practice, and we were preparing for what we thought we might get, and thought our guys practiced hard, and then went out there and played their butt off. Wasn't always perfect. Again, it's a really good unit over there with a lot of talented players, really good offensive line. Kyle does a tremendous job, of calling the game. So, and the quarterback, obviously, we know he's a good young player. So, I thought our guys hung in there, fought, battled, made some plays, gave us an opportunity. That's all we can ask for is, we had the ball in overtime with a chance to win. So, I think that's the effort we were hoping for, and that's the one we got.
Josh, when the quarterback change is made, it's not always guaranteed that the response from a team is going to be a positive one. But for the offense to go out there and put up 34 points today and collectively, have such a good day, I think 500 total yards of offense, what does it say about the players that they stayed locked in and engaged no matter who was playing quarterback?
Yeah, I've never wavered on the character and resolve of our team. And, we have a great locker room that understands that, look, there's decisions that get made, in this business. We all understand that. We don't always have to like them, but, if you do them the right way, hopefully you can respect them. And I think they did. And, you saw, we had again, nobody sees all that stuff. We had a really good week of work. And, we translated that into at least a competitive effort today and gave ourselves a chance to win. So, I would say credit them, but that's what they've been doing all year, and that did not change this week at all, not at all.
Josh, there's some things that.
Hey, the defensive breakdown is pretty special from our DBs today. As you see, Brock Purdy, 14 for 19, 123 yards. That's not the kind of day that he wanted to have against our Raiders defensive backfield. We had to come up with some big plays today, find a way to rip the ball out. I have great highlights here to show you. Let's run it. Play one. Again, when you're talking about defensive backfield work, you got to lock onto your guy. You got to know leverage. You got to make sure your eyes are in the right place. Right here, this is all about not giving up and working through the pocket. T. Hall makes an outstanding play. Man on man, you have your eyes where you need to be. He's lost right here, but watch him make up ground and work through the pocket. That is great technique right there from T. Hall. We're going to come back now. Hobbs. Outside leverage, you got to squeeze, you got to squeeze, you got to squeeze. Keep fighting. That's what we're talking about. Fight through the pocket, rip it out, and one more time for Hobbs. Great job again. And one more time. You have T. Hall here. We're going to have outside leverage. You stick it on the goal line, got quick twitch, make your way through the pocket, understanding that this is their number one target in the red zone. And Kittle, watch this here. Quick twitch guy. Want to make sure you work through the pocket and use your hands. We want to attack the football in the defensive backfield. And last one here, we got third quarter. We're going to run away, have all the action going away. If you're a backside corner, you have to do a really solid job of making sure you squeeze and don't get too far over field. We have a couple of other looks for this and from the all 22. Watch this. This is patience on the backside. Understand you could get a receiver coming back one more time. And it's a big-time tight end. And Kittle, you work up through the pocket. You take away the ball at the point of attack. And this is great defensive back play. You love the way that Amik Roberts has continued to play well. He's probably been our best defensive back over the last couple of weeks here, and he's really making big-time plays. You love this about him and being able to push this forward. Young guys making big plays. We love to see that. Back to you guys, Amber.
We have to remember that Brock Purdy is one of the hottest quarterbacks in the NFL since he came on the scene in his first 3 starts in the NFL. This offense was putting up 31 points a game, and they had some really big touchdowns, 25 yards or more over the last couple of weeks. They had 10. And now they had 3 today. So, they did a good job of slowing down Brock Purdy, better than other teams have done. He had a 95 quarterback rating, which is still good, but he'd been up around 121 in weeks 14 through 16. So a little bit better job than other teams have done, but still Brock Purdy has a bright future in the NFL. And the 49ers have an interesting decision to make.
Man.
If they go, they're going to the playoffs with him.
Yeah.
And then if they go deep into the playoffs, and then Trey Lance
yeah,
is
what do you
healthy,
do?
Oh, that's a decision that John Lynch and then we're going to have to make over there. But for the Raiders, it is encouraging to see what this defense was able to do.
Not perfect, but that's what you want. You want to see them continue to fight, and that's what that segment was all about. It wasn't always in a perfect position, but you're fighting, you're working through the pocket. If you're late, you got to find a way to get your head around. That's what all those things were about. And it's about not giving up, having young guys understand you're not always going to be perfect. You're not always going to have the great leverage, but you have to find a way to keep fighting, and that's what those guys did for the most part today.
And the last 4 games, the defense has been improving these last 4 games. They have been making plays on the defensive side of the ball. So
need to get some more turnovers.
I wish it was a 20-game season so we could get a little bit more. But hey, you take the good with the good.
Yeah.
You know?
When we come back, speaking of the good with the good, Too Short.
Too Short.
Oh,
Ice Cube was there at Allegiant
Ice Cube in the house.
We're going to take you through the game day entertainment coming up.
Why you got to do it like
Sean? This segment has been brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Even though it's discouraging it happened in a loss, you broke Tim Brown's 25-year record for the most yards in a season in franchise history. What does that mean to you to have that record for this team?
It means a lot. Obviously, Tim and I, we speak often, and, it means a lot, and he says a lot of good things, a lot of powerful things that help me with my game and help me with my mindset and everything. So it means a lot. Obviously, we know the type of player that he is or that he was, and, the mark he left on this game. So, to be able to come in here my first year into my dream organization, dream situation, and to be able to have success and, have an individual thing like that, which obviously so many different pieces that contribute to me being able to go out there and have a good game like that or a good season. So, it would definitely feel a lot better if we came out on the right side of this game at the very least. That way you can enjoy it a little bit more, but still means a lot nonetheless.
Davante Adams now has over 1,300 receiving yards and 10 or more touchdowns for the fourth time, rather, in his career, and he joined some elite company. There he was talking about Tim Brown, passing Tim Brown's record as a Raider for the most amount of receiving yards in a season. So, man, is he having a heck of an adjustment. It's not even an adjustment, but coming over to the Raiders, as he said, a team he grew up rooting for, and able to get 1,443 yards with one more game.
There's some similarities between him and Tim with the route running and the stop and start. Tim used to do a lot of that, and we didn't really, we didn't have the film to break it down like that, but man, he was a difficult cover in the inside.
No doubt, and you're absolutely right. It's a lot of similarities because none of them blowing your doors off with the speed. Yeah. And it's all about the route running, the feel for the game, extremely smart players, and what they do with the ball in their hands after the catch. Tim Brown was special with that rock in his hand after the catch, and that's why he got 1,400 yards. And D.A. said, Tim,
take
it back,
bro.
And Davante Adams has 14 receiving touchdowns. That also leads the NFL this year. Quite a year for the Pro Bowler, Davante Adams. It was quite a day at Allegiant Stadium, the in-stadium entertainment.
There you go, Anderson .Paak. Yeah.
Grammy Award winner 8 times. Look at him there. There's the pitcher for the Giants. Logan Webb is in the house.
The
Bay Area guy. Little John turned down for what? Grammy Award winning artist.
Oh, yeah. The godfather of the West Coast.
Put your back into it. Too short. Got up there. Bay Area.
E.O. too.
I love it. He does have. He's got NWA on there. He's got Eazy-E on the front, but the Raiders hat on too. I love seeing that. So it was a good day all around. But we still have one more game here in Week 17.
Yeah.
Got a little Monday Night Football coming up. This is a big game in the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. That is coming up in the next segment. All right, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about that. This segment has been brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Super frustrated. This team can always seem to get that close, but just can't seem to close the deal.
I mean, not today. I feel like, with everything that happened this week, coming in with a lot of, uncertainty on how this game was going to be played. Obviously we want to win, but yeah.
How'd you think Jarrett did in terms of running out?
He balled, man. I mean, he was calm and collected in the huddle. He was, talking to the guys, I mean, you couldn't tell that, he was a backup for real. So he balled. He did his thing.
Did that surprise you at all?
Nah, not at all. I mean, I kind of seen, flashes in preseason of what he was capable of. I mean, but obviously, that's one of the best defense, if not the best defense in the league. So for him to go out there and do what he did, I mean, I feel like that's speaking to his campaign as, as the guy.
So the Raiders lose this one 37-34 to the San Francisco 49ers. But as Josh McDaniels said, this is an evaluation period for the quarterback. And it was a best-case scenario, walking away from this game saying, OK, maybe we have an asset going forward that can factor into the equation for 2023 here on this New Year's Day. And Josh Jacobs, a question is, will he be factored in? The hope is that he will be here. But seeing that offense today be so productive, I think a lot of fans are leaving that stadium going, Okay, this is what we would like to see a couple weeks ago.
And it's real, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not like we walking off this football field and we like Stidham balled against the Texans.
Yeah.
He ain't ball against the Texans who gonna have the #1 overall pick. He balled against the best defense in the National Football League and made it look easy. Yes, it was 1 or 2 takeaways, but he played well. He made it look easy. The right reads, the right throws. I mean, making plays with his legs. This is one of those games to where this is the evaluation because you want to turn the tape on and say, how did he play? Then this is the right tape to turn on against the best defense.
There's a very high ceiling with him, and hopefully it continues into next week. But for him to have Waller, have Hunter, have Josh, have everyone involved in the game, and then him using his legs to get outside the pocket, extending plays, which JJ showed you earlier, is just what you want from today's quarterback, right? You're just not going to have a guy sitting in the pocket, drop back, and the protection's going to break down. There's going to be things that go wrong. He was able today to make sure he was able to capitalize on a lot of that.
Yeah, the interesting takeaway is to see how efficient the offense is with a mobile quarterback. That's something we really haven't seen very much, and something to take note of going forward as this team tries to figure out what direction they're going to go in the offseason. But as I said earlier, Week 17 is not done just yet. We've got the Bills and the Bengals, a big AFC matchup on Monday Night Football. And here's our records, right? This is deceiving.
I see those records.
This is deceiving, and this is false information right here.
Hey. No penalty flags, none of that replay.
You're sitting up there on your throne at 9 to 5. You be quiet.
I'm one game back. I'm one game back.
But I'm not this far back because I do believe we need a correction. Let's flash back to Week 13. Let's flash back to Week 13.
Oh, my goodness.
Who did I choose?
Wait, it's over?
Tampa?
The show is over?
I did. I picked this. No, I switched. Didn't I say I'm with him? So
see that?
I picked the Bucs. All right, I'll argue the Saints. Whatever. Peyton, if I lose this, it's your fault.
I know.
You don't listen to me.
If I lose, it's your fault.
That is Peyton, our producer, that I picked the Bucs, and so this is an updated record. I am at 500.
All right,
okay?
good job.
Well, just saw the receipts.
Way to go, Amber.
And so now we've got to pick who's going to win this one, and I'm going with the Bengals. I know everybody picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl, but I think the over-under is about 49.5 right now. I'm going at 57 points. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but in the end, the Bengals come out.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a shootout, too. And I'm taking Joe Burrow in this thing because JoJo Burrow ain't playing. They coming to get that #1 seed. He done took down Patty, and now he say I'm finna take down Josh. I got JoJo Burrow. You see the points. It's going to be a shootout. 66 of them things.
But they know Raider Nation is all on board. You know it's not going to be the Bengals. It's going to be those Bills.
You think so?
Yes, the Bills are going to win.
The Bills
are 45 points. I'm coming in first.
It's Cincinnati.
45?
It's Cincinnati. Weather's going to be bad. Defense is going to be good. This is January. This is defensive time.
They're used to it. So are the Bengals, though, playing in Cincinnati. But I think this kind of has the feel of last year. Do you remember when the Bengals came on late in the year? They kind of came out of nowhere and went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Everybody's on the Bills bandwagon.
No, not everybody. Not you two. Nope. You two are on that bandwagon.
I'm on JoJo Burrow's bandwagon. I think he's finna get this thing done. I mean, how they gonna stop him?
I hope my trophy is big.
T. Higgins.
I hope my trophy is big.
Boyd. JoJo Mixon.
Next week, I come here, present EA with the trophy.
Hey, hey, you know what? I respect you because you easily could have took the Bengals and said, I'm just going to walk away with my
I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that.
Now you're going to lose.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens on Monday Night Football. And so the Raiders have one more game. They go up against the Chiefs in Week 18. It's at Allegiant Stadium. Looking to the future, getting another start for Jarrett Stidham. You know, based on how they played today, they're playing tough until the end, and that's what we like to see. So we'll see you this week back here in studio for the Silver and Black Show. Until then, Amber Theoharis, James Jones, Eric Allen,